Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 487 today. Another day. And another WordPress hack and another WordPress plugin that's been compromised. We're going to go through it, and then I'll again go through why you need to be so careful and what the things you can do to try and avoid getting hit with these types of things. So let's go have a look at the hack, and then we'll go and have a look at then I'll have a chat about what we can do to alleviate these things. Alrighty, so here it is. This came out yesterday, although it might be today in the US. I don't know. When you're watching it, it'll be a couple of days ago. Hackers exploit OttoKit WordPress plugin flaw to add admin accounts. I know, a big sigh, right? I love the graphic, by the way. It's like, oh, well, that's catastrophic. Hackers are exploiting a critical unauthenticated privilege escalation vulnerability in the OttoKit WordPress plugin to create rogue admin accounts on targeted sites. Okay, how do you know if you've got this plugin? Well, you need to go and have a look at your plugin list. It was OttoKit. It used to be SureTriggers. It's a WordPress automation and integration plugin used in over 100,000 sites, allowing users to connect their websites to third-party services and automate workflows. It was found, oh wow, the critical vulnerability was reported on April 11th, and it's been tracked under this identifier. This sort of stuff is not stuff that you need to worry too much about. This is stuff that I need to know. The vendor was informed the next day, and the patch has been released April 21st with the AutoKit adding a validation check. By April 24, most plugin users had been force updated to the patched version. Okay, so what this is telling me is that, yes, we're sitting here at the beginning of May. It's a couple of days after this. By April 24th, most sites were patched. Before that, they were actually vulnerable. You do need to go and check that if you are using this plugin, it has been patched. It has been updated to the latest version. Patch Stack published its report on May 5, but a new update warns that exploitation activity started roughly 90 minutes after public disclosure. Okay, so what it does basically is it uses the remote calls to the API pretty much and creates rogue admin users. Yep. Okay, cool. So it has been patched. There is a patch available. Let me come back and have a chat to you guys. Okay, so it has been patched. There is a patch available. They were onto it pretty quick. And this tends to be what happens, right? Your plugins an update comes out. I know people are going, oh, well, they should just be better. They should just be more careful. They should do more testing. Sometimes you just don't see it. Sometimes it's just a perfect storm. And it's something so esoteric, so vague that you wouldn't even think to look for it. And the way the hackers find it is just by mistake. I'm not going to castigate plugin providers. I'm not going to castigate theme creators. It is a really complex system with a lot of moving parts, and sometimes you don't even know that vulnerability exists because it exists in PHP or it exists in Apache, and they managed to hook into that using the plugin that you've created. And that whilst there are ways around it, you don't know that you've got to use it. So you've got to be like, I've got to give grace. I will give grace there. because it is too easy to say, well, they just should be better. These guys do the best they can. They are actually quite skilled coders. They have a lot of expertise, and I can guarantee you that when they see these sorts of things, they go, oh no, and their heart falls into their stomach. They feel like they're going to be sick. It's a horrible thing for the providers. But what I want you to note there is that it was noted, they got a patch out, they updated a lot of people. By forced updated, I'm assuming what it means is they had the automations going on the websites, and that they updated as soon as the new plugin went out, it updated the new plugin. You, as a site owner, need to be aware of this. Okay, so the question is probably, well, why are you telling us about it? Are you trying to scare us? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. What I'm trying to do is raise awareness that these things happen. As a site owner, you need to be aware that these hacks are out there, particularly if you're using the plugin. So even if you're not sure and you're using the plugin, even if you're not sure you're using the plugin, you see it, let me go and check my site. No, I'm not using that plugin. I can ignore that. That's cool. But check your sites, check the plugins that are installed. Make sure that you don't have that plugin installed. If you do have that plugin installed, make sure you have the patch updated. Make sure you've applied the update to that plugin. Even if it's not on your regular update schedule, go and update it straight away. Don't wait. If you've had that plugin on and it hasn't been updated, or it's been in that period where it wasn't updated, by all means go through your admin users and check to see what admin users you have on your site. I keep coming back to, make sure you know who's an admin on your site. Make sure you know which users have privileges on your site. Make sure you know the users on your site, that they're the right users on your site, and what privileges they have, and that they should have the privileges that they've been given. If you find an admin user that shouldn't be on your site, delete it. And I would go through and force update all of the passwords for your users, do a password reset on all users on your website to begin with, and I would go and change the password to your database. Now, if you don't know how to do that, you will need to reach out to someone to give you a hand, but you can do it normally through your host interface. You change the password to your database, and then you have to change it in your WordPress config so that it knows how to access your database, the database using the updated password. They're the simple things that I would do if I had a plugin that had a known hack. I would be doing those things. The second thing that I would do, or the next sort of things I'd do, is I'd run a malware scan on my site and see if there's anything been added. It's highly unlikely. Normally these things are just, I'll add the admin user and see what they can get from there. But it's always worthwhile getting your hosting provider to do a malware check, make sure it's clean, and then just monitor the site for a bit. But do be aware that these things happen. Do be aware that even with the best intentions, even with the best coders in the world, these things occur, and it's up to us as site owners and business owners to make sure that we are safe, that we understand what our level of vulnerability is and what our liability is here. Now, the other thing you can be doing, of course, is having someone go through on a regular basis and update your plugins and your WordPress versions and all of those things. I have clients under contract. I offer this to people. Once a week, we will go through and apply all the updates. Whether they need them or not, trust me, it's WordPress. There's always updates needed. We will highlight where we have plugins that can't be updated. We will check security. We run security checks on the sites, and I get reports telling me if there's something that's got a vulnerability that needs a patch. If we find a plugin that doesn't have a patch available but has a reported vulnerability, we will let you know and give you some advice on what you can do. Sometimes it's a matter of just sitting tight until that patch comes out, i.e. this came out on the 21st, this hit came out on the 21st. They had the patch out by the 24th. A couple of days, because they've got to find it, they've got to work out where the problem is, and then they've got to work out how to fix the problem before they can fix it. It's not just a matter of, oh, that's a vulnerability, we'll just change that, wave a magic wand. There is some smarts needed to go through and fix that up. Alrighty, so just be aware, if you're running that plugin on your site, go and check it, make sure it's updated, make sure you've checked your admin users. all of those things that you can do. I don't want to terrify you, but I do want to raise that these things are serious and you need to treat them seriously. Any comments, any questions, anything I've missed, leave comments wherever you are watching or listening to this video. You can always come and join me on my locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. I would love to host you over there. If this video was useful, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. It's time for coffee. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.